Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. In just a couple of minutes, we are going to have the opening tip-off to the 2018 Eagles Classic. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, Dean Bureau will be working the camera. But first, before Trinity Baptist College takes on South Region rival Bob Jones University, we're going to have the opening game of the Eagles Classic featuring the Suns from Johnson University of Florida making their way up from Kissimmee down in the Orlando area. And a special guest for this evening still in the locker room, coming out on the court any minute now, the Mingos of the University of the Bahamas. We'll tell you more about these teams as we get the opportunities, but right now we can tell you that the University of the Bahamas has an overall record of 4 wins and 5 losses. They are 2-3 in international play and 2-2 locally down in the Bahamas. That 2-3 international record includes a 1-2 record against the very powerful Florida College Falcons, and the University of the Bahamas Mingos have also played many other teams in the NAIA in the southern end of our Florida Peninsula. The Sons of Johnson University of Florida come in with a record tonight of 2 wins and 8 losses overall, but they also play a very tough schedule, including many of those same NAIA Sun Conference opponents. However, in the NCCAA South region, the Suns have 1 win and no losses. They defeated the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls College 92-74 on November 30th. And the Suns are coming off a loss to Ave Maria University just before the Christmas vacation. They played the Gyrenes very tough. That score was 93-80, and if you know about NAIA Sun Conference Athletics, you know that is a very tough conference, always giving fantastic games, basketball, baseball, and volleyball. The Trinity Baptist College Eagles baseball team will play Ave Maria University a few times later on in the season. Right now, we're going to turn it over to Ethan Horn and his crew as they bring us the starting lineups between the Johnson University Suns and the Bahamas Mingos.
Playing against the College of the Bahamas. If everyone can please stand, we'll open with a word of prayer. Dear Lord, I just thank you so much for this beautiful day that you've given us, that we could all come out and play this sport. God, I pray that you would just be with every player, just keep them safe, that we would have no injuries. God, I just pray that everything that we say and do will honor and glorify you, and just in your name I pray. Amen. If you could remain standing for the national anthem. Number 1, Justin Monroe. Number 3, Rashad Stirrup. Number 10, Justin Smith. Number 11, Raymond Dames. And number 23, Kenzie Silverstone. All right, next for Johnson University. Number 1, Marky Smith. Number 2, Kendall Oliver. Number 5, Phil LeGrier. Number 11, John Carlos Roman. And number 22, Garrett Jones.
And thank you, Ethan Horn, for bringing us our starting lineups, our opening prayer, and our national anthem. The teams getting their last moment instructions from their respective coaches. They'll be on the court momentarily, and the Eagles Classic will be underway in just a moment. The head coach of the University of the Bahamas, in his 3rd year at the helm, Mr. LeVar Johnson. He is assisted by Mr. Tage Adderley, and his team manager is Mr. Craig Knowles, each of those two in their 1st years. Meanwhile, for the Suns, head coach Craig Wilsman is in his 3rd season. His assistants are Jay Hagler, Andrew Berry, both in season number 1, as are Stephen Garcia and Maurice McLeish, and Adam Daniels, also in his 3rd season on the coaching staff of the Johnson University of Florida Suns. Teams are ready. Kendall Oliver jumping against Justin Monroe. Official has the ball up, and the Eagles Classic is underway. The opening tip won by the Suns, and Kendall Oliver immediately, the first shot is up in the air. It rims out. That was Garrett Jones. As we get opportunities to let you know how some of the players on the court have been doing, do not have the information available for the Bahamas team. However, we do apologize for that. We'll let you know how the Suns are doing. 3-point attempt from Marquise Smith, hits the back of the rim. Ball game just underway. Glad you're able to join us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. I'm Ray Bureau and my son Dean bringing us the action. He's our cameraman, as he's been for the last couple of years here at Trinity Baptist College. Welcome to all our viewers from the Bahamas and from Kissimmee, Florida. Now the Suns on a fast break. Pitch it off outside, and a long 3-point shot in and out. That one did not fall. John Carlos Roman with that shot attempt. Inside layup attempt, no good, but a foul. And heading to the line is Kenzie Silvestri. And a foul will be called on Roman. That is his first. Actually, that is an offensive foul. Check that, being called against Silvestri, so the ball will go the other way. The Suns wearing their sunny uniforms. They're the orange team going from the left to the right. And the Mingos wearing the home white uniforms. And the first bucket of the game is good from John Carlos Roman. He is wearing number 13 for Johnson University. Here come the Bahamas. Ball knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Silvestri off his leg. So Johnson will take over, leading 2-0. Again, ball game just underway, 18:23 to go here in the first half. Suns in scoring. They're led by Kendall Oliver, Josh Grover, and Jamiki Smith. A 3-point shot, no good. That was Roman. There's a number 13 on the court for Johnson. I do not have a name for that young man, so we'll do our best to get that to you as soon as possible. Here's a shot from inside the arc. It rims out into the hands of Jones. And the Suns with a 2-0 lead, looking to add to it. Drive inside, the layup, no good from Kendall Oliver. So I had a little mix-up on my roster sheet. We'll get that taken care of as soon as we are able to do so. And in Lyle with the Suns on the move after taking that ball away. Loose ball picked up by Smith. Down inside the paint, the layup and the foul. Basket counts. And a foul called on Marquise Smith. That is his first. Silvestri got the basket, so he has an opportunity at a three-point play. 7:15 left to go here in the first half. Smith's shot is up and good, or rather Silvestri. And it's a 3-2 lead for the Mingos. This one gets away from John Carlos Ramon. It is out of bounds over to the Bahamas. 3-2 Mingos lead. 17 minutes and 4 seconds left to go here in the opening half of the 2018 Trinity Baptist College Eagles Classic. The TBC Eagles will take on Bob Jones University tonight. 7:30 scheduled start time. Of course, that depends on the duration of this one you're watching right now. Silvestri dishes it back outside to Smith, just inside the arc and off the rim to the right. It is the back line, the black line is the three-point line. This one just inside that arc from Marquise Smith. Loose ball on the floor, grabbed by Justin Monroe. Mingos work the shot clock down to 12. Three-pointer is up and good. Ramon Damies is on the board, and the Mingos lead 6-2. Fast break for the Suns. A reverse layup from Michael Levy goes in, and that pulls the Suns to within 2. 6-4, just hit the 16-minute mark of the first half. And looks like 3, maybe 4 Suns heading over to the scorer's table. It will be 3. Silvestri off the glass, no good. Rebound by Stirrup, and a whistle. 2 shots coming up for the Mingos. Foul called on Marquise Smith. If I have it right, that is his second and the team number 2 on the Suns. Rashad Stirrup at the line, shooting 2. First free throw attempts of the afternoon for Stirrup, and number 1 is a little bit too short and off the front of the rim. 3 Suns make their way onto the court. Oscar Duzensen, he's wearing number 4. Number 10 is McShaw Williams. And number 12, Ed Polynice. Stirrup missed his first free throw. Number 2 is up and in and out. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mingos. Ball last touched by Jamiki Smith. Check that, John Baker, number 30. I remember him from last year, Jacksonville native. Made his way up here for a couple of games last year. Played some very impressive basketball. This ball is turned over. It'll go to Johnson University. 15:45 left in the half. And the Mingos leading 6-4. Polynice lost control, and a fast break by Damies. Now he pulls up just inside the arc, guarded by Baker. Dishes it off to Smith, gets inside the paint. First attempt did not go, and it's out of bounds off of Smith, and it is Johnson's ball. Josh Grover leads Johnson University with 16.2 points per game. He scored 24 points in the Suns' recent game against Ave Maria University. And we're going to have a foul called. Looks like it's against the Bahamas. Number 10, Justin Smith with his first, and team foul number 2. Each team with 2 team fouls. Of course, 7 puts the other team in the 1-and-1 bonus. There you see TBC Eagles head coach John D. Jones walking in front. His team will be on the court a little bit later on this evening. Attempted to go outside to Baker, but gets away. Now the loose ball's grabbed by Dusenson. Baker now inside the paint. The short jump shot is good, and John Baker is on the board. John Baker, a junior, 6'5" junior from Jacksonville, Florida. Three-pointer from the corner, too strong over everything, but a great rebound by Silvestri. He can't get the second shot to fall, however, and the Suns, who just tied the score a moment ago, have a chance to take the lead. Fast break, reverse layup, no good. Monroe tries to save it, but overshoots his intended target, and the ball will stay with Johnson University. Suns will inbound right over by the Bahamas bench. One senior on this Mingos roster. That is number 1, Justin Monroe. He is majoring in physical education. Played at Jack Hayward High School in Grand Bahama. Three-point effort by Levy. Hits off the rim. And a fast break for the Mingos. Got thwarted as all 5 Suns got back on defense very quickly. Dames trapped, but he finds Smith inside. This one is going to be on the floor. And a foul called on number 13. Again, at halftime, we'll try to get a name for that gentleman wearing number 13 for Johnson University. Meanwhile, the Mingos will inbound. Shot clock is being set to 20 seconds. 13:48 left in the half. Mingos inbound. Long range two-pointer from Justin Monroe is good. That's his first score of the night, and the Bahamas lead at 8-6. Bounce pass to Baker. Pump fake. Spin move just outside the paint. Levi now makes his way inside and gets the layup off the glass. That is 4 points for Michael Levy. Silvestri takes the pass, body contact, no call, but the bucket for Silvestri. He now has 5 points. We're not even midway through the first half yet. Baker, long three-pointer off the front of the rim into the hands of Stirrup. Mingos bring it up court slowly, get it past the timeline, send it down court. Now cross court, Baker got his fingertips on it. However, the shot from Monroe, no good, but the rebound and the putback by Silvestri. He now has 7, and the Bahamas Mingos lead at 12-8. Suns waste no time getting it back up court. First shot attempt, no good from McShawn Williams. Now Williams on the move. A lot of contact, again, no call. The officials letting them play at the north end of the basketball court. And a traveling violation called on Kenzie Silvestri. That'll turn it over to Johnson. And a stop and play at 12:14 left in the first half. Substitutions coming from both teams. 12-8 in favor of the University of the Bahamas. Three-point shot from Kendall Oliver. It's off the rim. Ball batted around near the baseline and kept in bounds and grabbed by Silvestri. Shot clock down to 10. Mingos. Smith inside. And this shot attempt missed everything but goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Mingos. It'll be Suns ball. And now the officials are going to get together and talk it over, make sure they got the correct out of bounds call. It is going to be Mingos basketball. Ramon Damies will inbound. 11:43 left to go here in the first half. Three-point attempt off the rim from Justin Smith. Ball again out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. So Mingo's ball. Ball hit the rim, so they got a fresh 30. It's now at 28. Bounce pass inside, and the ball gets away, but we have a whistle. On the floor is the call. And that foul is going against Ramon Damies. That is his first and team foul number 3. Mingo's inbound spin move off the rim, no good, batted around and out of bounds. It's Mingo's ball. Correction, that last foul was Johnson's Jean Carlos Roman. That is his first foul and team foul number 4 on the Suns. That happened a moment ago. But see a mistake, correct the mistake. Three-point attempt is up and off the rim. Rebound grab by Smith. Here come the Mingos. Quick transition, but the Suns get down court in time to thwart the attack. Mingos now work it inside. That is Monroe with the spin move and the basket. His second, he now has 4. Grover taking it the distance. Could not get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Second chance, no, but third chance is good. And the first bucket of the game, 14-10. And the clock stops at the 10:41 mark. The officials talking things over with the official scorers. We'll see if anything happens with either the shot clock or the game clock or the scoreboard. It is Mingo's ball with a full 30-second shot clock. Mingos get it across the timeline without the ball hitting the floor. Smith finds Monroe. Now to Silvestri, takes the pass, one dribble and an easy layup. Kenzie Silvestri already with 9 points at the 10:20 mark of the first half. He has 9 out of the Mingos' 16 and a long three-pointers off the rim. Oliver, though, gets the loose ball, goes to the hole and draws the foul. Foul called on Justin Monroe, his first. Team foul number 3, and shooting 2 is Kendall Oliver. 2 points so far tonight. These will be his first free throws of the game. Kendall Oliver, though, no stranger to the free throw line. He is an 83% free throw shooter on the season. He has made 25 out of 30 coming into this ball game. First free throw is good from Oliver. And speaking of women's basketball, the Lady Eagles are back in action tomorrow afternoon. They head over to Alabama and take on Judson College. 2 p.m. Central start time, 3 p.m. here in Jacksonville. That is the first game for the Lady Eagles since play resumed following the Christmas and New Year's break. Free throw number 2 is up and in. Kendall Oliver now with 4 points. He hits both his free throws. Mingos work it up court pretty quickly. Silvestri one-on-one. Again, body contact, no call, and now 11 points for Silvestri. Oliver lost control, got it back, and got the layup. He now has 6. Damies is rejected by Oliver, and the Suns on a quick transition. 3-on-2. John Baker now for 3. It is off the rim. Rebound Smith. His shot attempt blocked, but the Suns maintain possession. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Oliver brings it back to midcourt. Two-point shot for Smith. His right foot was just inside the College line. And again, some contact at the end of the court, but no call. Silvestri with another basket. Michael Levy wondering where the whistle was on that contact at the south end of the court. Two-point shot is good for Marquise Smith. That is his first score of the night. It's 20-14 in favor of the University of the Bahamas. 8:40 left in the first half. A long pass down court to Cornish. His shot is rejected, however, and the Suns will bring it up moderately as the clock hits 8:30 left in the first half. Smith could not get inside, finds Baker beyond the arc. Three-point attempt, no good. John Baker, as we said, a Jacksonville native. He's averaging 6.5 points per game this season. Three-point attempt off the rim and out of bounds. That was Damies with that three-point attempt, and a substitution for the Mingos. Number 21, Javaris McIntosh, makes his first appearance of the afternoon. 8 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first half. 20-16 in favor of the Mingos. Marquise Smith walks the ball up court. Calls out signals to his teammates. Oliver in the right corner. Brings it inside, draws the foul. Foul's called on Brian Jennings. That is his first and team foul number 4. Kendall Oliver hit both his free throws a couple of minutes ago. He's at the line again, shooting 83% from the line coming into tonight's ball game. First of 2 is up and rolls around and comes out. Oliver had 15 points in the Suns' last game against Abe Maria back on December 16th. Free throw number 2 from Oliver is good. 20-17, Bahamas leads, 7:42 left to go in the first half. And a great pass down court and another bucket for Kemsey Silvestri. Gonna need an abacus to add up the points that Silvestri has scored this first half. Meanwhile, there's a short jumper from Garrett Jones. That's his first score of the night. It's a 3-point ball game. Mingos lead at 22-19. Pass inside to Silvestri. He dishes it off to McIntosh. Does not go. McIntosh, after getting a rebound, called for the travel before he could get that second chance shot up. So it is Suns ball. 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in the half. 15 points for Kemsey Silvestri out of the Bahamas. 22 that the Mingos have on the board. So far, Kendall Oliver leads Johnson. 7 points in this first half. Suns have 19. Oliver tried to get inside, has to pull up, finds Baker at the top of the key. Baker charges inside the paint, layup no good, and the rebound by Cornish. Ramiro Cornish with that rebound. Shot clock at 13. Mingos in the corner. Ball knocked away. That was Smith with the steal. On the move is Jones, and the layup is good. And the Suns have pulled to within 1, 22-21. Now the ball knocked around and out of bounds, and it is Mingos ball. 15 points scored by Kemsey Silvestri, and a timeout for the University of Bahamas. 30-second timeout for Coach LeVar Johnson. 6:20 left in the first half. 22 for the University of the Bahamas and 21 for Johnson University of Florida. Starting to tell you about Kemsey Silvestri. He is a 6'4" sophomore forward, majoring in physical education. He's from South Broward High School in Hollywood, Florida, and he is having one terrific first half. 21-20 in favor of the Mingos. Clock stands at 6:20 left here in the first half. Remember, this is the first of 2 tonight. The home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles, will take on South Region rival Bob Jones University. That will tip off at 7:30 pending the duration of this game. And our next opportunity, we'll let you know the matchups tomorrow afternoon here in the Eagles Classic. Pass inside to Silvestri, and a foul called on Johnson. That is number 13. That is his second. And team foul number 5. On the floor, so the Mingos will inbound. And a 5-second violation will turn the ball back over to Johnson. They have a chance to take the lead. It's been a close ball game the entire way throughout the first half. Biggest lead has been 4. Mingos had that lead 12-8 earlier in the half. Kendall Oliver for 3, no good. It's a 1-point Mingos lead, 5:53 left in the half. Donovan Dean finds help in McKenzie in the corner. Now the ball on the floor, out of bounds. And it is Johnson's ball. Donovan Dean and Christoph McKenzie now on the floor for the Mingos. Along with Tavares McIntosh, Brian Jennings, and Kenzie Silvestri. For the Suns, Garrett Jones, number 13. Kendall Oliver heading off, and McShawn Williams on. Oscar Dusenson and John Baker also on the court for the Suns. Williams could not get inside, works it back out. Williams finds Levy. Inside now to Dusenson, back outside. Suns moving the ball, but they have 5 seconds left to shoot. A 3-point attempt is off the rim. And this one's on the floor, a kick, and it will be Suns ball. The Suns worked the ball very well. Had to get that shot off before the clock hit 0. They do maintain possession. 5:10 left to go here in the first half. It is 22-21 in favor of the University of the Bahamas. 3-point attempt off the rim. Rebound, Brian Jennings, stolen away by McWilliams. Now a loose ball, grabbed by the Mingos, and a ball taken away. John Baker on the interception, and now possession turned right back over to the Bahamas. McKenzie with the move to get himself inside. Christoph McKenzie is on the board, and the lead is back up to 3 for the Mingos. Long pass to the corner. Oscar Dusenson could not get the ball to go. It was blocked by Silvestri. Off the glass. Loose ball grabbed by Silvestri. Quick transition. McKenzie has it knocked away. It's out of bounds. And last touched by a Mingos player. So the shot was rejected but hit off a Mingos player. And the Suns have a chance to pull to within 1 or possibly tie it with a 3-point play. 4 minutes left in the first half. Long pass across court. Back inside to Jones. Ball knocked away on the floor. 2 men going for it. And the Suns come up with possession. Dusenson finds Jones for 3 off the rim. And a rebound by the Mingos. That is Tavares McIntosh slowing things down at midcourt. Bounce pass gets away. However, 3-point attempt. It's a beauty from Donovan Dean, and that's the first 3-pointer of the game for either team. Dean with the 3, putting his team up by 6. And a whistle, and we have a player limping. That is McShawn Williams. And a foul called on Jennings. That is his second. Team foul number 5. McShawn Williams was the player limping. He still is limping. Does not want to come out, however, but he's going to head to the sideline, and he's walking gingerly, but he is walking off under his own power. Officials giving Williams a chance to get off the court. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the half. Bounce pass right underneath, and the ball hits the baseline, but it was knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Suns. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Long pass towards midcourt. Just hit the 3-minute mark and bounce pass to the right side of the lane, and this one almost gets away from Smith, but he's able to track it down. Back inside to Oliver. That ball was tipped. Dean got his hands on it. McKenzie on the fast break could not get it in. And the Suns make the fast transition back down court. Ball is up and in. Number 13 with his first basket. It's a 4-point Mingos lead. 27-23 with 2.5 left to go here in the first. No action in NCAA Top 25 tonight. Beautiful move by Kimsey Silvestri. And the lead is back up to 6. That's been the biggest margin so far. That is 17 points for Silvestri. Oliver draws the foul. He will head to the line. Foul called on Brian Jennings, if I have it correct. That is his 3rd. And team foul number 6. Of course, we'll check things over with John Shiver and Jennifer Jeffrey. They are the official scorers here this evening. We'll verify all the numbers at halftime. Kendall Oliver is 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight. First of 2 is up and good. Tomorrow afternoon, Johnson University of Florida will play Bob Jones University at 2 p.m. and the Trinity Baptist College Eagles will host the University of the Bahamas at 4. We'll have both of those games right here on YouTube, TBC Eagles. Kendall Oliver's second free throw is good. He is 5 out of 6, and he has 9 points here in the first half. 2 minutes left. Mingos work it up court over near the Suns bench. Smith with the fake and the bucket. It's good. That's his first basket of the night. And the lead once again is 6, 31-25. Long three-pointer. It is off the front of the rim. And a foul. Offensive foul called. And that is against Kendall Oliver. That's his first. And team foul number 6. Both teams with 6 fouls. So one more will put the other team in the 1-and-1 bonus for the remainder of the first half, which has only 92 seconds left. Mingos cross the line quickly, then slow it down. Smith beats 1-on-2. Long pass to the corner, gets away from Donovan Dean. So the Suns will take over, trailing by 6, 1:23 left to go. Baker gets the pass, gets it back outside. Levy finds Oliver for 3, off the rim to the left, into the hands of Silvestri. Smith now gets by Oliver, but Oliver reaches back and rejects the shot. Layup blocked, and here come the Suns with a chance to pull a little bit closer. Another rejection on the north end this time. Now a 3-point shot off the rim. 48 seconds left to go. Baker finds Oliver on the right side. Oliver trying to get around one man, McIntosh instead. Suns work it around to the left corner. Inside to Baker, back out, three-point attempt from Smith. It's a beauty. And now the Suns have pulled to within 3. That is point number 5 for Marquise Smith. 15 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is off. Mingos will play for 1. Damies gets around Smith. Back toward the front. Damies wants a whistle. Oliver just before the buzzer. No, a little bit too strong. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half with the score. The University of the Bahamas, a home team on the scoreboard, 31. The Sons of Johnson University of Florida, 28. 15-minute halftime. We'll come back in about 12 minutes to recap the first half and bring you half number 2 here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Stay with us. And welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. Game number 1 of the 2018 Eagles Classic, and this game is a good one between the Suns from Johnson University of Florida and the Mingos coming all the way up from the University of the Bahamas. The Mingos are the home team on the scoreboard, and you see that they lead 31-28. Kemsey Silvestri, 17 of those points all by himself. Silvestri got started early and just would not stop. He is a sophomore from South Broward High School in Hollywood, Florida. He has scored most of the points for the Mingos. Also scoring for the Bahamas, Justin Monroe with 4, Justin Smith 2, Ramon Damies 3, Christoph McKenzie with 2, and Donovan Dean with a 3-pointer that came early in the first half. For the Suns, Marquise Smith has 5. Kendall Oliver leads the team with 9. He is 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, where he came into today's game shooting 83% from that line. Number 13 is Phil LeGrier. He has 2 points. Thank you to John Shiver for helping us with that information. 2 points from John Carlos Ramon, 4 each from Garriott Jones and Michael Levy. 2 points from Jacksonville's own John Baker. As far as fouls go, Brian Jennings of the Bahamas has 3. He's the only Mingo near foul trouble. Justin Monroe, Justin Smith, and Kemsey Silvestri each have 1. Kendall Oliver has 2 for Johnson University. Marquise Smith, Phil LeGrier, John Carlos Ramon, and Michael Levy each have 1 foul. Again, coming up next, Trinity Baptist College Eagles against the Bob Jones University Bruins. That tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. It could run a few minutes late, however. And tomorrow afternoon, it is Johnson against Bob Jones at 2 and Trinity Baptist against the Bahamas at 4. No top 25 NCAA action here tonight, but there is pretty good amount of NBA action later tonight. Minnesota at Boston, Detroit in Philadelphia. Those games both starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Toronto Raptors in Milwaukee, and the New York Knicks and the Miami Heat get underway also at 8 p.m. At 8:30, Chicago at Dallas, Phoenix in San Antonio. 9 p.m. start for Utah and Denver, that one in Colorado. Out west, the Washington Wizards and the Memphis Grizzlies. That one starting at 9:30 in Tennessee. Little late start. However, out west, Atlanta at Portland and Charlotte at the Lakers. Both of those games beginning at 10 and 10:30 respectively. After this Eagles Classic, the Sons of Johnson University will have 3 home games. They will play Grace Bible College on January 12th, Randall University on the 13th, and South Region opponent Pensacola Christian on January 16th. All 3 of those home games for the Suns in Kissimmee, Florida. On the 19th, the Suns will travel to Piedmont International University and then up to Greenville, South Carolina, where they will take on Bob Jones University. Kendall Grover getting a couple of technical free throws. He missed both of them, but that's going to allow the Suns to have possession as we start the second half. Not sure what the technical foul was about. I did not see who was called for that technical foul. Nope, it is going to be Mingo's ball as we start the second half with the Mingos leading 31-28. I'm Ray Bureau, and my son Dean works the camera for us here at Trinity Baptist College. Thank you for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Special thank you to those of you watching from the Bahamas and from Kissimmee, or your friends and family, other players who come from those areas. Glad to have you here with us. Remember, Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones at 7:30. Meanwhile, right here, that is Silvestri picking up right where he left off with the layup and already getting himself on the board in the second half. He has 19 points total. And a three-point shot from Ramon is good. That's his first three-pointer. And I'm told those were just practice free throws that Oliver was taking. There's no indication of any foul on the scoreboard of any kind. Justin Monroe with that layup. It looked like those were technical free throws. However, that was Oliver just getting in some extra work before the second half got underway. So no fouls on the board for either team. That is Oliver with that three-point attempt. It is off the rim to the right into the hands of the Mingos. And this one out of bounds. It'll be Suns basketball. Last touch by Silvestri. Second half just underway. About a minute 11 has ticked off the clock. Bahamas leads it 35-31. Phil LeGrier is that number 13 we told you about earlier, able to get that name at halftime. Ball stolen away. Here comes Justin Smith. And he's unable to get the layup to fall. Now the loose ball, three men going after it, and a jump ball possession arrow will go to Johnson University. Rashad Stirrup of the Mingos and Josh Grover, or rather Kendall Oliver, both with possession. Suns inbound, bring it up court. LeGrier calling the shots. And he finds Jones on the outside. Long three-pointer for LeGrier. It's good. His second score of the night, first three. LeGrier now with 5. 1 point game in favor of the University of the Bahamas, and Silvestri will be called for the travel. Tried to stop his momentum, but dragged that back foot, and that turns it over to the Suns. Now with a chance to take the lead, trailing by 1. Just under 2 minutes have ticked off the clock here in the second half. Ball movement outside, three-point shot from Smith off the rim and rebounded by Rashad Stirrup. Suns unable to take advantage of the turnover and reclaim the lead. And a whistle underneath the basket away from the ball. And a foul called on Kendall Oliver. That is his third and team foul number 1 here in the second half. Shot clock reset to 20 seconds. Silvestri looking for help. Now he's able to get around one and get the layup. He beats Jones to the hole. And Silvestri now with 21. Player of the game to this point. And this one goes out of bounds. And a substitution for both teams. John Baker for Johnson. And number 31 is Donovan Dean coming in for the Mingos. (37-34). University of Bahamas leads with 17-18 left to go here in regulation. Baker gets it back out to Oliver. Suns working around to the right side. LeGrier backs it up, takes a long three. It's off the rim. High bounce. Rebound by Smith. He's able to get the reverse layup and put his team back to within 1. 7 points for Marquise Smith. No top 25 action tonight, but when we get the next opportunity, we'll let you know about tomorrow afternoon's NCAA top 25 matchups. Bounce pass inside, turnaround jumper from Monroe, a beauty. He now with 8 points, and the lead is back up to 4. It was a 3-point Mingos lead at halftime. It stands at 3 right now. And a long three-pointer to tie it, rims out. Rebound Suns inside to Baker, could not get the second chance in. Oliver now with the third opportunity, and this one's going to pull the Suns back to within 1. 11 points for Kendall Oliver, and the Suns putting on the pressure underneath. Silvestri now is able to get it past the timeline. Mingos slow it down. Now Silvestri one-on-one with Kendall Oliver. And Silvestri works it back outside to Damas. Now Damas at the circle. Trying to get around Smith. 1-on-2, back outside. Three-point shot from Dean is good. That's his second three of the night. A big one to put the Mingos up by 4. Oliver, fast transition and the layup. 13 points for Kendall Oliver, a junior from right here in Jacksonville. 2-point Mingos lead, 42-40. In the corner, Monroe backs up beyond the arc. His pass attempt knocked down, but he grabs a loose ball. Damas outside to Stirrup, three-pointer. Check that, Donovan Dean with the three, his third, second of the half, and it's now a 5-point lead for the Bahamas. Long pass down court. LeGrier is rejected by Silvestri. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Johnson University. Knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with the Suns. We mentioned Oliver and Baker, both Jacksonville natives, as is Josh Grover of Johnson University. So 3 local products and now a three-pointer for LeGrier. LeGrier now with 8, and the Suns are within 2. Phil LeGrier, freshman from Warren Robins, Georgia, just nailed that three, and now Silvestri will draw the foul. That is John Baker picking up his first. First team foul on Johnson, and heading to the line is Kimsey Silvestri. 21 points already tonight. Hit his only free throw. That came very early in the first half. First of 2 is good. And a substitution for Coach LeVar Johnson. Number 30, Timothy Grant, in now for the Mingos. Checking in for Johnson University, number 4, Oscar Dusenson. Silvestri hit his first, and number 2 is in and out, but rebounded by Stirrup. Now the ball comes loose, 2 men going for it. It's a jump ball, and it will stay with the Bahamas. And officials look it over and award it to Johnson University. The possession arrow. And once again, they're going to talk it over, make sure it is correct. It is white ball, so that is the Bahamas. We had it right the first time. 46-43, Mingos lead, 14-15 left on the clock here in half number 2. Biggest lead of the game has been 6 points. Bahamas had that margin a few times in the first half, and we have a whistle called on John Baker. That is his second. It is on the floor. Johnson will have possession. My mistake, Timothy Grant picking up his first for the Bahamas. Baker loses control just outside the paint. Now a reach around, slap, and a foul. That will be John Baker's second on the floor, so the Mingos will inbound. 46-43, 3-point lead for the University of the Bahamas. That ball nearly went back court and turned it back over. However, Ramon Damies was able to keep possession. Now Damies working his way around to Silvestri for 3 off the rim. Silvestri's been fantastic inside the lane. That was a 3-point effort that did not fall. Now a loose ball grabbed by Silvestri near the Mingos bench. Ramon Damies around the right side, could not get past Dusenson, and he loses control. It's out of bounds, and a turnover gives the Suns a chance to possibly tie it up with a 3-pointer. McShawn Williams, however, on the fast break, finds Baker underneath, and Baker draws a foul. He will head to the line. Donovan Dean, foul number 1, and John Baker at the line for 2. He has not yet shot a free throw tonight. First of 2 is good. Baker from the line, 60% on the season. That'll go up a bit as he makes both. And it's a 1-point game, and now the ball is loose, out of bounds. Last touch by the Mingos off the body of Timothy Grant, and now the Suns could take the lead. It's been a while since the Suns have had the lead. Their biggest deficit, however, has been only 6. Now they have a chance to reclaim the lead. 13 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. Mingos lead at 46-45. LeGrier outside to Williams. And Williams will bring it back near midcourt. Now Williams 1-on-2, has it knocked away. And the block shot results in a possession for the Mingos. Mingos wearing the home whites. Johnson in the orange. And this ball is a foul on the floor, called on Oscar Dusenson. That is his first. Team foul number 3 on Johnson. So the Mingos inbound right at their own bench. Shot clock at 28. Knocked away by Smith, however grabbed by Donovan Dean, and the Mingos keep possession. Damis pass to Silvestri, knocked away, or rather stirrup. Now Silvestri picks it up, brings it inside, could not convert. And a foul on the floor. That'll be Silvestri with number 2. Team foul number 3 here in the second half. Kimsey Silvestri will head off. He'll have a chance to catch his breath. He's taking 22 points to the bench with him. We're certain to see him again before long. Just hit the 12-minute mark here in regulation. 1-point lead for the University of the Bahamas. It's 46-45. Johnson looking for a chance to take the lead. LeGrier spin jump, no good. And rebounded by Stirrup, and now the Mingos with a chance to extend their lead back up to 3, maybe 4. Back outside to the left, 3-point attempt from Smith, over everything, but the rebound and the putback by Stirrup does not go. He gets his own rebound again. 3-point attempt off the rim. Into the hands of Marquise Smith. Mingos missed a golden opportunity on the north end of the court. That is Marquise Smith drawing the foul, getting a bucket to go off the glass. So count the basket and a chance at a 3-point play. Foul called on Brian Jennings. So right now, Johnson leads it by 1, 47-46, pending this free throw from Marquise Smith. That is the 4th foul on Brian Jennings. He heads off. And Justin Monroe back on in his place. 11:16 left on the clock. Marquise Smith. Three-point opportunity is good. So Smith now with 10. And a substitution for Johnson University. Smith checks out. Michael Levy back on, and we're back underway quickly. 2-point Suns lead, 48-46, coming up on the 11-minute mark. Bounce pass to the corner. McIntosh works it around to the right side. That is Justin Smith with the three, and now the Bahamas back up by 1. If all 4 games of this Eagles Classic are like you're watching now, you're in for a treat this weekend here in Jacksonville, Florida. This one is out of bounds, and it will be Suns ball. Trinity Baptist College Eagles, Bob Jones University Bruins in a South Region matchup scheduled to follow. Stay with us here on YouTube, TBC Eagles. Bounce pass to Levy, inside to Baker, pump fake, and then he draws the foul. Baker to the line for 2. Foul called on Rashad Stirrup, that is his first. John Baker hit 2 free throws a couple of minutes ago. 60% from the line coming into tonight's game. Number 3 in a row is good. Number 2 in this sequence is off the front of the rim, so Baker hits 1 out of 2, 3 for 4 overall tonight. And this foul will be called on Johnson University. 2 players in the vicinity. It's going to be Michael Levy getting foul number 2. Team foul number 5, and at the line for 2 is Ramon Damies. He has not yet shot a free throw tonight, hit a 3-pointer in the first half. We're tied at 49 with 10:22 left in regulation. First of 2 from Damies, bounces around and falls through the cylinder. Bingos leading by 1. This one does not fall. 50-49 in favor of the University of the Bahamas. Long pass to the corner. 3-point shot off the rim from John Carlos Ramon. And this one is a foul called against the Bahamas. Rashad Stirrup with foul number 2, and John Baker is 3 for 4. He's back at the line. First one could tie it. Second one could put the Suns back ahead. Jacksonville product, first free throw is good. He is 4 out of 5 on the night, and a substitution. Kenzie Silvestri back in, and Rashad Stirrup heading off. Number 2 from Baker is good. So he's hit 5 out of 6. He now has 7 points. And Johnson University leads 51-50. 10 minutes and 6 seconds left. Great ball work all the way down the court, and a layup is good for Silvestri. He will go to the line for a 3-point play. Oscar Duzenson gets his second foul. The bucket is good, and now Silvestri back at the line. He is 2 for 3 so far tonight. 24 points pending this free throw. Duzenson heads off. Free throw is up and off the rim. Marquise Smith is the gentleman who came back on in place of Duzenson. Ball stolen away. Long pass down court, a little too far out of reach, but a nice effort by Javaris McIntosh. Ends up turning the ball over. However, Johnson, trailing by 1, now has a chance to once again claim the lead here in a seesaw battle It was a 3-point lead for the Bahamas at the half, 31-28. Right now it's 52-51. Suns work the ball underneath, back outside now. Oliver finds a man in the corner. 3-point effort from Jones, no good. Rebounded by the Bahamas, and Silvestri will send the ball outside. Ramon Damius will retreat to midcourt. Silvestri now 1-on-2. Baker knocks it away, but there's a whistle. And Baker called for the foul, his third. That is team foul number 7. So Silvestri will be at the line for 1-and-1. Silvestri is 2 for 4 so far tonight. Front end is off the rim and through. 25 now for Kimsey Silvestri. And the sophomore from Hollywood is now 3 out of 6 from the line, but he does have 25 total points. Clock just past the 9-minute mark here in regulation. It's a 2-point lead for the Bahamas. This one nearly stolen away, but a beautiful pass inside. Levy's shot is blocked, however, by Justin Monroe. Great defensive effort by the Mingos. However, this pass intended for Smith goes astray, and Johnson now has a chance to tie the score. 53 for the Bahamas, 51 for Johnson University. 8:33 left to play. Oliver trying to go 1-on-2, has his shot blocked. Justin Monroe on the defense, and again, here come the Mingos, looking now to extend a 2-point lead. Inside to Silvestri, pump fake, layup, no good, but he taps it in without even grabbing it. And he extends the lead up to 4 and now has 27 points. Three-pointer off the rim. That was Michael Levy with the attempt. And a fast transition pass to Monroe, blocked by Levy, out of bounds. Credit Michael Levy after missing the 3, hustling down the court, keeping Monroe from getting off that layup. Monroe, a 6'7" senior, the only senior on this Bahamas roster. He's from Grand Bahamas Jack Hayward High School. Now delay in the inbound. Mingos lead by 4. Three-pointer, but the whistle before the shot. It falls, but does not count. Push-off foul called on Justin Monroe. That is his second, so that nullifies a 3-point shot and a potential 7-point lead for the Mingos. A break for the Suns. Let's see if they can take advantage and cut this deficit in half. Oliver goes inside 1-on-2 and draws a foul. 2 Mingos in the vicinity. We'll see which one gets the call. That is Justin Monroe, and that is his third, and Kendall Oliver is at the line. He has been terrific tonight. 5 out of 6 so far, 13 total points. On the season, we mentioned 83% from the line. First of 2 is off the rim. And a substitution for the Mingos. Jason Stubbs on the court for Coach LeVar Johnson. Oliver missed his first. Number 2 is up and good. 14 points for Kendall Oliver. It's a 3-point Mingos lead. Under 7.5 left to go. If we do go overtime, that's a 5-minute period. Pass inside, turnaround pass, and a traveling violation. That'll be called on Brian Jennings. Jennings is back on the court. He's playing with 4 fouls. 3-point play will tie the game. Cross pass to Jones, looking for some help outside. Bounce pass to Levy. 1-on-2, he has to back it up to Jones. Shot clock at 13. Finds Levy in the corner. Levy 1-on-2, and he will draw a foul. That is foul number 4 on Justin Monroe, and that is team foul number 9 on the Mingos. So a 1-and-1 situation coming up for Michael Levy. This will be his first free throw of the night. If he hits it, it'll pull the Suns to within 2. And he does just that. Converts the front end of the 1-and-1 and gets another. Monroe will head off with 4 fouls. And Rashad Stirrup back on the court in his place. Monroe with 8 points. Free throw number 2, a little too short. Ball's batted around and rebounded by the Mingos. 55-53, Bahamas leads it. 6:37 left to play. Remember, Trinity Baptist College and Bob Jones University coming up next. Smith's layup could not go. Now Silvestri wide open near the TC logo. That's Trinity Christian Academy, high school that shares a campus with Trinity Baptist College. And now a push-off foul called on number 22, Brian Jennings. And that is number 5 on Jennings, so he's going to head off. He is done for the night. That is team foul number 10. Offensive foul, however, so no free throws. Suns, though, have a chance to tie the score or take the lead with a 3. Justin Monroe back on the court. He also has 4 fouls. Oliver finds Baker outside. Baker able to snare that pass. It almost went out of bounds. Shot clock at 8. The shot attempt will draw the foul. Rashad Stirrup with his 3rd. And McShawn Williams at the line for the first time. On the season, he is 60%, 15 out of 25, and that'll go up a bit with free throw number 1. That's the first point of the night for McShawn Williams. Number 2 is good. So we're tied at 55, 5:50 left to play, and this one gets away from Ramon Damies, and the turnover will give Johnson a chance to take the lead. Four of a kind on the board, 4 5s, good poker hand. This one out of bounds, and it will stay with Johnson. Both teams with a pair of nickels. In the corners, Kendall Oliver. He charges toward the hole. Layup, no good. Ball out of bounds, and a foul will be called. Number 10, Justin Smith with his 2nd personal foul, and Kendall Oliver at the line. He is 6 out of 8 tonight, 14 total points. Best free throw shooter on the floor regarding percentage this season. First of 2 is off the front of the rim and no good. And a timeout will be called by Coach Wilmsman of Johnson University with 5:32 left to play, and we are tied 55-55. Tomorrow afternoon in NCAA Top 25 action, number 5 Xavier is at Providence. That's a 12 p.m. start time. Number 25 Clemson hosts Louisville. Number 8 Virginia hosting number 12 North Carolina. Number 14 Arizona at Colorado. LSU at number 11 Texas A&M. Number 13 Purdue will host Nebraska. Number 21 Seton Hall at Butler. Number 18 Texas Tech will host Kansas State. Number 22 Arkansas at Auburn. Number 7 Oklahoma at number 6 West Virginia. Number 2 Duke Blue Devils at North Carolina State. Number 3 Villanova hosting Marquette. Number 17 Kentucky at number 23 Tennessee. Number 16 Texas Christian hosts number 10 Kansas. And number 19 Gonzaga is at Loyola Marymount. Those are all tomorrow beginning at 12 p.m. throughout the evening in NCAA Top 25 college basketball action. Kendall Oliver missed his first. This one, if he converts, will put the Suns ahead by 1. Number 2 from Oliver is off the front of the rim. He missed them both. However, Oscar Duzenson is there with the putback, and now the Suns lead by 2. Fast transition and tied up right away by Silvestri, his 29th point of the night. This one now gets away from the Suns. We're tied. Smith in the corner, and it's going to be Suns ball. Smith and Williams both battling for the ball in the corner. It hits off Smith and goes out of bounds, and now the Suns have a chance to take the lead right back. John Baker, three-point attempt, no good. That's Chandler Rivers you see heading in front of the camera. He's getting ready to take on the Bob Jones Bruins. Silvestri with the finger roll and the basket. He is now topped the 30-point mark, giving him 31 and giving the Mingos a 2-point lead with 4:38 and counting. Suns are able to get it past the timeline, and the defense by Smith knocks it out of bounds. It'll give his team a chance to regroup on defense. Johnson has 14 seconds on the shot clock. John Baker heads off in favor of Marquise Smith. Three-pointer from Oliver off the rim and rebounded by Stirrup. The Mingos lead by 2. And we're going to have a foul called on Johnson. Number 4, Oscar Duzenson with his third, and that's team foul number 8. So 1-1 coming up for Ramon Damies. He is 1 out of 2 so far tonight. McShawn Williams heads off, and Garriott Jones back on for Johnson University. Front end of the 1-1 for Damies is no good. It was in, rolled around, and came out. But the Mingos do get the rebound, nearly lose possession. Kendall Oliver with the steal. LaGreer, reverse layup, ties the game. 10 points for Phil LaGreer. We are tied at 59 with under 4 minutes to play. Damies will draw the whistle. That foul will be offensive on Ramon Damies. Suns are in the double bonus, but that was an offensive foul. Tied at 59, 3:45 and counting. LeGrier loses control. Smith, fast break, layup, foul called. No basket, but Smith will go to the line for 2. Dusenson with his 4th personal foul. And Justin Smith at the line for the first time tonight with a chance to put his team back up front. We're tied at 59 with 3:37 left in regulation. First of 2 from Smith does not go. John Baker and McShawn Williams make their way back onto the court. Dusenson has 4 fouls. He heads off. Phil LeGrier will join him. LeGrier with 10 points. Justin Smith did not hit the first. Number 2 is good. And the Mingos lead 60-59. .327 left in regulation. The way this one is going, it would not surprise me if we have an extra 5 minutes. And that layup is good from McShawn Williams. That's his first field goal of the night. He has 4 points total. 1 point, Suns lead. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, and we have hit it right now as Damies drives to the hole and puts the Mingos back up by 1. 6 points for Ramon Damies, and that was a big one, giving his team the lead. 62-61, 2:45 left on the clock. 15 on the shot clock. Oliver now charges toward the hole, and he's able to beat Stirrup and pick up the layup. 16 points for Oliver. And the Suns with the steal. Oliver finds Smith for the layup, and Smith now with 12. It's a 3-point Johnson lead. Silvestri down the court in a hurry, pulling his team back to within 1. Kendall Oliver near midcourt, guarded by Damies. He's able to find some help in the corner. Smith, pull-up jumper, no good. And now the Mingos with a chance to take the lead. 65-64, Johnson leads, 1:50 left on the clock. Silvestri finds Monroe for the jump shot, it's good. 10 points for Justin Monroe. Remember, he's playing with 4 fouls, but the Mingos have the lead by 1. And a timeout for Craig Wilsman and the Johnson University Suns. 1:37 left to play. It's a 30-second timeout. University of the Bahamas, 66. Johnson University of Florida, 65. Again, Trinity Baptist College and Bob Jones University coming up. It's a 7:30 scheduled tip-off. We'll see if that happens or if it's delayed a little bit by the duration of this one. A barn burner seesaw affair all throughout the game, especially here in the second half. 1:37 left in regulation. Both teams make their way back onto the court. Suns have possession, trailing by 1. Tomorrow afternoon at 2, it's Johnson against Bob Jones and Trinity against the Bahamas. Oliver across the timeline. Shot clock at 15. Contact, no call. Oliver has the ball stripped away. Suns, however, get possession. That's McShawn Williams. He gets the layup, and now Johnson leads by 1. A minute 12 left. 1 point lead for Johnson University. And the Suns are loud from the bench, cheering on their teammates on the court. 3-pointer is good. That is Justin Smith with the 3, his second of the night. 10 points for Smith, and he gave his team a 2-point lead. Smith with the steal. He beats Oliver and draws the foul. That is foul number 4 on Kendall Oliver, and Justin Smith, who is 1 for 2 from the line, has 2 free throws coming his way. Timeout for the University of the Bahamas. Head coach LeVar Johnson in his 3rd year using his second 30. Coach Johnson of the Bahamas has 3 full timeouts left. Coach Wilsman of Johnson University has 2 fulls and a 30. Kendall Oliver and Oscar Duzenson both playing with 4 fouls. For the Bahamas, Brian Jennings has fouled out. Justin Monroe has 4, and Rashad Stirrup has 3. John Baker of the Suns also playing with 3 fouls. 69, 67, 45.7 seconds remaining in this seesaw affair. It's been this way the entire game. The biggest lead for either team tonight has been 6 points. The Bahamas reached that margin 3 or 4 times in the first half. The Suns' biggest lead has been 3. Teams back onto the court. Justin Smith getting ready for 2 free throws. Both teams in the double bonus for the rest of the game. First of 2 coming from Justin Smith. It is good, and a huge free throw for the junior from Life Christian Academy all the way up north in Canada. He's also a physical education major. Number 2 from Smith is off the rim, so it's still a 1-possession game, and here come the Suns. Don't necessarily need a 3 just yet, but that layup misses from McShawn Williams. And now the Bahamas can slow things down and use up the clock. A score would be huge and make it a 2-possession game. And there's a foul on Marquise Smith. That is his 2nd. It's double bonus for both teams. So Justin Smith will head back to the line for 2 more. He has 11 points overall. He is 2 out of 4 from the line, and this is a huge free throw. First of 2 is good after bouncing around. That makes it a 4-point game. 27.5 seconds left on the clock. Free throw number 2 is off the back of the rim into the hands of Kendall Oliver. Oliver on the fast break. Reverse layup is good, and a huge basket, giving Oliver 18 and pulling the Suns to within 2, and a timeout. With 19.7 seconds left on the clock, we have a 2-point lead for the University of the Bahamas. You can see all the information about the University of the Bahamas on www.ub.edu.bs, the University of the Bahamas. Johnson University, the athletics department is at johnsonsuns.com. 19.7 seconds remaining. The ball is in the hands of the Mingos, who lead by 2, 71-69. Johnson looking for a stop and a chance to tie the game. And Silvestri, 1-on-1, layup no good. Loose ball, grabbed by LeGrier. 7 seconds, pass down to Smith, could not get it to go. 3 seconds left. Oliver, layup, no good, a whistle before the buzzer. And we'll see what the call is. It was a whistle before the buzzer. It is a foul against Justin Monroe. That is his 5th. And they're going to see if that basket counts. The ball went in, but the talk now is, was the whistle before the shot or after the shot? That will be a huge call, because if it is after, then we would have a tie game with Oliver at the line. That is number 5 on Monroe, so he's heading off. He is done for the night. Still no final word on that call.
What's the call?
Kendall Oliver is at the line. The scoreboard still says 71-69. There are 0.2 of a second left on the clock. So Oliver's going to have 2 free throws. First one is up and good. That's 19 points for Kendall Oliver, but more importantly, this second free throw, if it goes, will tie the game, and now the official wants to check things over with the scorer's table and the coaches. Everything is correct. Kendall Oliver at the line. This one could tie the game. There are now 2 seconds. The scoreboard clock has been reset. Free throw number 2, bounces around, does not go. Baker rebound, no good. And that's going to do it. The free throw hit the rim. And now the officials are going to say, they're going to talk things over. Let's see what's going on. And they are heading off, and that's going to do it. Free throw missed. Baker's layup did not go. The whistle right at the buzzer, but the buzzer came first. So that is the end of the ball game with the final score. The University of the Bahamas Mingos 71. The Johnson University of Florida Suns 70. The player of the game, Kemsey Silvestri, 33 points. Justin Monroe with 10. Justin Smith 11. Ramon Damies 6. Christoph McKenzie 2. Donovan Dean with 9 for the Suns. Leading scorer Kendall Oliver 19. Marquise Smith had 10. Oscar Dusenson 2. Phil LeGrier 10. McShawn Williams 6. John Carlos Ramon 5. Michael Levy with 4. And John Baker with 7. That's it for Game 1 of the 2018 Eagles Classic. Coming up in approximately 15 to 20 minutes, a Trinity Baptist College Eagles in a South Region game against Bob Jones University. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau on camera, hoping you'll stay with us here on YouTube Live TBC Eagles.